As soon as those words left Yakumo's mouth, man, as soon as he was like, and that is all the time that we have for tonight's tale, I was just like, no, dude, keep talking, keep spinning this incredible tale for me, because I can't do it. I need more Rakugo greatness in my life right now. Just how immersive and captivating this series continues to be. Just on point every episode, the pacing, the depth, and the realism, delving into these characters who are so endearing and realistic, and their interactions and dynamic, the historical elements, as far as the art of Rakugo, referencing the war in this episode and showcasing the effect it had on all of the characters' lives, the Master and Sukeroku having to go off and entertain during it, Yakumo moving to the countryside, the effect on the art of Rakugo itself. Every episode is just so enthralling, so incredible. There's not a second why I'm not wholly gripped by this tale and the characters and what we're experiencing right now. Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu Episode 3. Just as we get the introduction of this sly vixen, who's sexy as fuck, might I add, Miyokichi, voiced by Goat Megumi Hayashibara. As soon as we get the introduction, the episode ends. And I need to know more right now, because with her appearance and what I'm seeing in that sexy opening, dude, oh my god, Megumi's going in that opening. The vocals are incredible, and I'm assuming that the person who did the instrumental is the same composer that's doing this godly OST, one of my favorite OSTs so far this year. Easily done, man. It's fucking amazing. I need to know who the composer for this series is right now, because from those sexy jazz tracks, especially with the opening and everything like that one instrumental at the end when Sukeroku returned and they were watching Rakugo start to flourish once again, I'm just like, yo, it's fucking incredible. And I need this, the more traditional shamisen bass tracks and everything like that. It's so good. So good. But that aside, as soon as we get introduced to Miyokichi, the one that I know is going to ensnare both Yakumo and Sukeroku and be the cause of the rift between them, driving a wedge between them. And I'm going to guess right now that Sukeroku ends up with her, and that may very well be Konatsu's mother. It very well could be. But based on the opening and the visual and everything like that, it seems as though there's kind of a sly and sinister air about her. Dude. I don't know how to feel about it. She has ties to, Master Yakumo himself, and I just need to know what happens next. I really do. I can imagine Yotaro and Konatsu sitting there just like, yo, we're taking a break from the tale? Nah, keep it going. You're supposed to explain to me what happened with my father's death. But, and that's what I need to see. But this episode, aside from that, continuing Yakumo's tale and really focusing on Yakumo this week, his love life, various relationships, just and I love how real this series is. It's nothing over the top. It's nothing ridiculous. Yes, it could have been darker in terms of, the Master and Sukeroku going away, potentially something happening to them. But we knew they'd be okay simply because of the fact that Konatsu was born and everything like that, and they both the title of Yakumo was passed on to Bonchan. So I knew they'd be fine, and even though I knew that, the tension of the and the air and the somber air of everything that was transpiring, his wife refusing to eat and just pining and waiting for them to return day after day, the bond and the promise between Yakumo and Sukeroku and everything like that. It was just amazing to watch and see that, with, on top of the slice of life elements, the day-to-day in this time period, the very real and visceral thoughts that are on young Yakumo's mind in terms of women, marriage, of family, and the passion that you see starting to develop inside of him for Rakugo, all because of Sukeroku's influence and everything like that. And the scene between him and the Master where he's basically like, am I just like your cat? You think you can just release me finally when I'm starting to get into it? That, how they started to censor Rakugo and the more, erotic styles of tales were kind of eliminated during the war and everything like that. The whole air of Tokyo and how dangerous it was during the time period, everything like that. All of the elements in this series just work together so well to tell this kind of historical timepiece drama based and rooted in Rakugo with these incredible, well fleshed out and developed realistic characters. And that is what I truly love about the series. The dialogue is on point, the music is godly. I'm telling you, that OP is sexy. I wish I had heard that shit sooner. I believe they did use it as the ending once really quickly, but that shit is amazing. But I'm really interested in finding out more about Miyokichi's character and everything like that. But this episode, it just felt like 5 seconds, just so short, from the beginning, Yakumo spitting game to the shamisen girl and having this little secret fling with her and everything like that, and just, her having to go away because her brother, had to join the army and no one was there to tend to her grandmother. Just such a very, it might be seem or appear to be cliche, but these are real, these are real stories. These are real tales. It's happened in the past, day to day. It happens even to this day, and that's what I love about how this series, how visceral and real it is. Like that, thoughts on Yakumo's mind, like I said, the scene, I mean, yes, and I better not see any Fujoshi going too hard and trying to fuck up the Yakumo and Sukeroku pair and get some yaoi stuff going, because yes, the pinky promise was a little bit, the pinky promise, but it was endearing, and I like that scene a lot, and just the bond between, like, the hug and that embrace, the tears streaming down Yakumo's face as he dropped his walking stick and ran towards Sukeroku, like his brother, man, they're brothers, and to see that, I was just like, yo, this is amazing. The pacing for the series is beautiful, and I'm really not sure how much more, this flashback arc is really going to take up. I'm guessing, based on the pacing of it, 2 to 3 more episodes, and then we'll go back into the present day and get back into Yotaro and everything like that. But I'm absolutely enjoying it, even though I really do want to see Yotaro and Konatsu and everything like that. I am so immersed in this backstory and finding out, and Sukeroku's my boy, dude. Best boy for the motherfucking win. I'm sorry. I mean, Yotaro is my boy present day. Sukeroku's my boy in the past, and you really can see the comparisons between the both of them and everything like that. But that's pretty much it, man. This episode, very straightforward, very surface level, and it was very visceral. The pacing was amazing, and just the depth to it, the character interactions, and how much this series is gripping me. Still my number 2 of the season. Easily. I need my Rakugo every week. Yakumo, man. Let's go back to the 47-minute length, because at least then it feels like a 20-something minute episode, and I feel, somewhat satiated. At the end of this episode, I'm like, are you serious? Come on! Let's go, man! We didn't even get a full Rakugo performance in this episode. I need my performances as well. We didn't really get a full Rakugo performance in this episode, but that's alright. I can't wait to see how Yakumo has grown and everything like that, and how they've changed post the being apart for so long and everything, and how you see them starting to rise as stars in the Rakugo world during that little ending montage, and especially how Miyokichi's going to affect their bond and what role she's going to play in the series, whether she's Konatsu's mother, what hand she has in Sukeroku's death, if any, and what transpires. So let me know your thoughts on this episode, and I'm out. Peace.